Yeah, so hopefully by the end of it, they've got a really good kind of building blocks for building 60 seconds. With a bit of luck, they should have some for quite a few months worth by the end of it.
Brilliant.
You could actually turn that side into a whole training session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want the training sessions. We want sort of like half-hour networking and food, and then an hour and a half content.
Yeah.
Of that hour and a half content, what we did last time, Si, is they were talking for themselves for an hour, and all we did was just cement in between with the slide and the talky bit introduction.
Yeah. So I've got like 10-15 minute almost like breakout sessions to give them things to do and to talk to people, and that's sort of thing.
They loved it. They loved it because they did all the talking.
Yeah, exactly. That's brilliant. That's kind of what I want to keep it to. So yeah, I thought I'd run it past you guys. I've asked the guys in Spectrum if there's a couple of guinea pigs who want to kind of run through it to see if we've got any kinks that need working out. I think Nick.
Why don't we see if we can do it for an hour after a meeting at Spectrum?
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Do a shortened version. And play with it for an hour after a Spectrum meeting. One, they normally finish about 8:15 anyway, so you could do 8:30 till 9:30.
Yeah, that'd work.
Okay. I'll see if we can sort that out then.
Okay, no worries. That sounds good.
Real. Okay, well done.
Fantastic.
All right. I'll see you next week, guys.
Nice one.
See you next week.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
I'll give you a call in a few minutes, man.
Yeah, no worries. Lovely. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you, boys.
See you guys. Good morning, guys. Welcome to another relentless stream. Welcome. We're on, we've got the tunes on ready. Let's set up. I was up early this morning, believe it or not. I had a meeting this morning, you see. That's the only reason. Normally I wouldn't be. How's everyone doing? We're on. I actually didn't grab anything yesterday. I told you yesterday done exactly what we said it was gonna do, and what I wanted to see was that daily come and create a top wick. There we go. Okay, we're on guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. Let me just drop a message in the group, guys. I've got a cup of tea. No latte this morning, fortunately. No latte. Nice and chill, isn't it? Have you seen these gifs and that what Sarah and that makes? They're funny, aren't they? Have you seen them in the group? It's quite warm this morning, the sun's out. That's why the door's open. We're ready to go. Get the chat up. Okay guys, good morning Vin, how are you doing mate? Good morning Nelly. I'll wait for a couple more. Got a live band just next to me. They're playing, he's got the trumpet and that. Hide them just for the day, see. Not nice like that, aren't I? Good morning JK, how are you doing bud? Chill vibes today. I'm hoping we can catch something today guys. But yesterday price done exactly what we said it was going to do, so that daily can flip at any point to the upside to create that top wick, because we had no top wick on the daily. We're going to do a top down anyway, but yeah, this is why I was saying it. I saw it wasn't really worth getting in on it yesterday. Okay, let's get amongst it. Let's get into a top down. Good morning Jack, you okay buddy? I hope you recovered, my mate. Okay guys, let's do a top down analysis. So monthly. Now the monthly, let me turn the music off before I do top down. We'll put it back on after. So the monthly, very bullish at the minute, right? We've had no bearish candles, right? And the range is sort of we're in no man's land at the minute. So it's like, it's very difficult when you go up to these levels, because what we're bouncing off, it hasn't created structure yet. It won't create, this phrase of creating structure, it means basically a bearish candle. Once you get a bearish candle, so let's say this monthly closes like that, you've now created structure, you've now got an area where, a zone basically. However, we haven't created any structure as of yet, have we? Because we're still bullish. However, you've then got to look at the candles and go, okay then. So what we said is, we can't see price closing above this previous wick, as in the body of the candles closing, without coming back down to tap these levels at 2229. And the reason why we think price should come back down to there is because you've got no top wick and you've got no bottom wick on that area. And what you find is price tends to come back to them areas when there's no bottom or top wicks. Okay, so and then you've got to ask, well, why didn't this one close above? It was up there. Why didn't it close above there? Well, what it means is when it's pulled back, it means there wasn't enough liquidity. So none of these were enough liquidity to close above there. So what does that mean then? Well, it means then we need to come to break at least this to grab some liquidity to push above there. So if we're saying, okay, price does want to push up, the only way it can push up is if it breaks this low. And if it breaks that low, where's the next likely zone it's going to go to? Well, it's going to be this, isn't it? So that tells us that price is probably going to have to tap this area before deciding what it's going to do. And it's either going to decide that it needs to come back down because it hasn't tapped previous support. This is previous support. Or you're then going to then come and break the highs. Okay? So we remember that for the top-down analysis. That is the monthly. But yes, we're bullish, but we understand that the monthly can come down bearish because it needs to come down to them levels. It might not happen on this monthly though. This is the thing. This is the thing. You could just get a doji candle and then the next monthly is the bearish one. So we've just got to wait. Okay. Then you've got to say, okay, does the monthly need a steeper top wick? Well, yes, it could have a steeper top wick. The steeper top wick can come and test the previous wick, so you can come up to them levels 2428 and then reject and flip. Now there's only 10 days left of this monthly candle. Only 10 days. So is 10 days enough to flip and drive down? We don't know. We've got to see on the lower time frames. Okay, so that is the monthly. That's what I've got for the monthly. Now the weekly then. The weekly was a bit annoying really because we did get that lovely break to the downside. And then we got a fake out. So basically what happened is we had a breakout on the weekly and then we had a fake out back into the area. Now why did we do this fake out? I would have thought the only reason we'd done this fake out back to the downside, it would be to break these lows. Okay. Now we broke them as in the body of the candles, but we didn't actually break the low. So what does that mean then? Well, because you've had a fake out, it's grabbed liquidity, because what would have happened is, because the body of the candle broke below, a lot of people would be selling there. Okay, because the body of the candles broke out. Yeah. A lot of the candles would be selling. Right? And then what's happened, we've then had a fake out back into the area. So everyone who sold there now in deep drawdown. So price is going to decide now what it's going to do. You think everyone's selling here, where's the stops going to be? The stops are likely going to be probably above here or above here. So is price going to come up to take them stops before coming back down, if it's going to come down, or are you going to carry on? We don't know. Now on the other side is, now that you've had a fake out back into the area, what are people doing here? People are now buying. Where's the stops going to be? The stops are going to be under here. So you've now got a reason to come down because you've got liquidity under there because stops, because you've had a fake out. But also another big reason why you should come down is you didn't actually break this low. Price didn't break the low. So there's another reason. So is this just a fake out back into the area to then come back down? And if it is, how far are we going to pull back? Do we need to come and tap 2392 before coming down? We don't know. But two different scenarios what could be happening at the moment. So a bit of a nightmare. When this weekly closed below, it's fantastic because you're quite clean traffic range below here. Now that you've had that fake out, if we get closures back below 200-300, I would imagine that'll be the one what pushes it now. Okay, that's the one. That'll be the driving one. But currently we are bullish on the weekly. Right, we had a bullish close. We've now had a bottom wick. It didn't tap previous support like we thought it could do, and then it does look like it's going to flip to the upside. So is it going to flip to the upside? Now what range are we in now? Well, technically the weekly is in this range. Therefore, where should price be going? Well, price should be technically coming up to the top of the range of 2392 on the weekly. Well, Wednesday today, you've got Thursday, Friday, we've got 3 days of trading. Is 3 days worth of trading enough to get up there? Well, it is, isn't it? Because look, this got up there in 1 week. Okay, so that is the weekly. Can the weekly flip to the upside? But we are bullish on the weekly. But we also understand that we can come and create a steeper bottom wick. So a bit of a, not the best really, a bit like yesterday. We've got contradictions, you can go both ways basically. And then the daily didn't help really, because yesterday we had a bearish close. Okay, now the bearish close, you had minor support around these levels, right? But you had no top wick. And what did I say? I said yesterday price can do anything. price can come down to create a steeper bottom wick, which it did because the weekly hasn't tapped previous support. But that daily can flip at any point to create a top wick for this daily. And what happened? It done exactly that. Came down, created a steeper bottom wick for the weekly, and then flipped and created a top wick. I'll zoom in so you can see. This has created a top wick for this daily. Now the issue we've got now is this daily didn't close above, so you're still respecting this level. So now you're bullish, but you're still respecting this level. And the issue you've got here is, again, price can do anything. It can push up and create a steeper top wick. It can break all these highs. It can close doji. It can close bearish. It can do anything. And it's not ideal for us really. We need to get out of this sort of area, so it's where it's a bit more. We've got some more direction, because today it's a bank holiday today in the US. Is it today? Yes, bank holiday today. So I can't see much liquidity. Obviously, definitely not in New York. We might get some liquidity in London, but I don't know how much we're going to move. So if we say, okay, we might not move that much, right? What would make sense with this candle here? Would probably make sense if this closes doji, literally as it is, doji, and then you're still respecting this area, and then can the next one come and break the highs, and then flip back to the downside? Could we get something like that? If we're going to get that. Now, yes, we are bullish on the daily, but we haven't broke out. So at any point we can come and close respecting 2333. It doesn't mean we can't take trades, right? Because we are bullish. And I would think we're probably going to have to break these highs if we want to drive down. So we could look to target that range on the other side. Good morning, Sharif. You alright, mate? Because if we look left, the only other time where price come down, tap these levels, this was the first tap. And then he came up and he tapped these levels. We came up and we've actually tapped these levels, so you were quite off. Okay. Then we came all the way back down, broke back out, which we didn't do that. But did we do that because we pushed so high up? So therefore, do we need to come up to these levels before then coming down? It's not the cleanest at the minute. That's what I will say. It's not the cleanest. Nothing's looking similar. And that's what we go off, isn't it? We're not wizards. We don't tell the future. We go off what price has done prior. And if nothing is looking similar, then we're struggling a bit. We're going to have to wait for candles to print. The only thing I can go off is, I would say this is a range for the daily. Right? Then we had a daily bullish close here. Then we had a pullback, which is tapped the exact area, which is there, and then we drove up. So could we drive up to these levels at 2352 today? If so, that would probably be my target for today. So what we'll do is we'll mark that up purple. That would be our target for today. Okay, because the daily, look at this daily, tap previous and then flip to the upside. So could we take buys above this? We could potentially take buys above, because this is the only one what looks similar. There's nothing else where you've been this low and then come back up. Okay, that makes sense, guys. Yeah, I've just said that, Sharif. Yeah, bank holiday in the US, so probably will be slow, but we'll see. We'll see. We're only after 10 pips, aren't we? We're only after 10 pips, guys. So if that's the case, let's have a look what the 4 hour and the 1 hour does. I would prefer buys because the daily doesn't break below this level. If anything, the daily comes up to here. So how could we get buys? So let's find the next range. So the 4 hour range, I would probably say, is like that. So if we get a 4 hour close above 2332, what happens to price? So we've had a 4 hour close above, and then you had a pullback all the way down to 2320, and then you flipped to the upside. So, but you did come and tap this level, so we'll mark this up. Okay, you closed respecting there. We had a forward close, then we had a bearish close, and then we drove up. Forward close, pull back, and then we drove up, hit our target. Forward close above, pushed up, hit our target. Forward below, this one actually drove through, so you wouldn't have got in on that. That was a bit like the other day, we just couldn't get in. Forward close above, up. So what we're trying to work out is, what's the probabilities? So when you get a forward close above here, what happens to price? Well, 100% of the time at the minute you pushed at least 2, 3, 4, 1. 100% of the time. So the odds are pretty good that you're going to do the same. This 4 straight through. A lot of the time as well, you push 2, 2, 3, 5, 1. I think, to be honest, every time you push. Every time you push 2, 2, 3, 5, 2. Is that the only day we've got? Yeah, this one didn't. This one didn't. This did straight through, and that didn't come out. This one straight through. 100% of the time, when you get a forward close above there, you push 2, 3, 5, 1. So, if we get a forward close above this, 100% of the time, actually it's not 100%, it's 95% of the time, you push straight through to 2, 3, 5, 1. So you can see how I've got the odds, and it's happened a few times. So if we do get a forward close above there, we looked just to buy 2, 3, 5, 2. If it doesn't play out, 95% of the time it normally does. Unfortunately, that's just the 5% what's lost. That makes sense, and that's all you're doing with trading. You're just working out what price has done in the past, and if every time when you get a close above there, price pushes, like, the odds are pretty good, aren't they? So we'll go buys above. So that's a forward though. Now, here's another little tip for you, right? When you get something like, I seen it earlier, this 4. So look at this 4 where you drove straight through. Right, and you think, oh my god, you're going to miss the move. There's no point getting in from there to there. What you need to do is go down to a lower time frame and see, okay, when does this get initiated? At what time frames looks best where it initiates? So if you go down to the hour time frame and look where the hour closed above, and then do exactly the same, okay, every time you get an hour close above there, it then pushes to that area. Then you can take it off the hour. So we're happy with the forward. If we get a forward close above, we're happy with that. Now let's go down to the 1 hour and see if it looks nice on a 1 hour as well. I don't really use, I look at the 3 and the 2 just to help out now and again. That wing back buy would have been nice though. So what's the 1 hour? So yeah, so the 1 hasn't broke out yet. So if you see this 1. So let's find the 1 range. Let me put the Meraki on. It's a bit further down, isn't it? Let's take it off so we don't get a bit confused. Okay, so let's find this 1 range. So if we get a 1 hour close above 1 hour close above, drove. 1 hour close above. But that was after the pullback. You had a 1 hour close above here, didn't drive. So what does that mean? We'll have to look at that. 1 hour close above, straight up. 1 hour close above, fake out, back down. 1 hour close above, pull back, and then drove. Back into the area, didn't drive, but would have played out in the end. Up. Might have to bring that to that. Yeah, look, a lot of fake out here. So do we need to lift this up? So this is the 4 hour. So let's say if we went something like that and cut out this mess here and said, okay, if we get an hour close above this, yeah, another fake out. If we cut this out of the way, 1 hour close above, pull back, gone. I don't really like that because the range is a bit. I mean, it would have played out lovely. That would have been perfect. 1 hour close above. Close above. And all I'm doing, I'm trying to find an area on the 1 hour where when price breaks above, 100% of the time, where does price go? Does it come through? So we take partial move to break even. I mean, this, I believe, is a nice range. Yeah, 50 pips, lovely range. I'm not very confident with this one. I think we could probably go off that 4 hour. So 1 there, pull back, gone. That's lovely. But I think if we went off this, what is this? Let me see what this is. See, if we are going to go above 2333.56 off the hour, we're going to have to wait for the pullback to rule out this fake out, and then we could get stops above. 1 hour above. You didn't get a pullback there, so you wouldn't have got in on it. 1 hour pullback in. Okay. 1 hour. I might have to bring this take partial down. Would it just be better with that? Yeah, 1 hour close above that. 1 hour gone. 1 hour pull back. 1 hour. Yeah, I think this could probably do. We've been down on this level, so it's a case of we probably do need a pullback to tap at least previous support. And it doesn't mean we're going to drive from there. We could mess about. 1 hour pullback, stops above, and then you get activated, and then you're gone. 1 hour. We might have to bring the take partial, move to break even in. There's an area here on the 1, right? I'm just thinking, could we take a wing back sell from here? That would have to be our take partial, I think, guys. Because if our close, pull back, let's say you got activated here, that is still 33 pips. It looks like if you do get that fake out, you tend to tap 2336 before the fake out, and then you close back into the range. So do we need to come up to tap that? And if that's the case, if we tap this every time and reject, could we look at a wing back sell? Because at the minute, we could take either way, because the weekly can do anything at the minute. It does look like it's going to flip to the upside, but that daily still closed respecting. So are we going to get the volume? We might not. We could just consolidate all this morning because of the bank holiday. I'm hoping London can bring some volume in for us. But so another 1 hour up. So the hours are really, really nice. That's all we've got. So I just want to go over this again, because what if we close respecting on the hour? So if we close respecting on the hour at 2332, what does price do? So for example, if the hour closes respecting, could we then pop up, tap 2336 for a wing back sell to come back into the range? Because if we are going to consolidate, we're probably going to push and break the high, but we're just going to do this all day. But now and again you'll just pop out. So could we get something like that? So let's have a look. When the hour closes respecting, what does that mean? We closed respecting here, didn't do anything. We actually came back to this level. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'd like to put stops below this. respecting, back down, tap, broke above, tap. We don't actually we closed respecting there, and then you broke out, then you came and tapped it. So you'd probably be buying up on that. But this is quite a strong zone, this 2326. I was thinking if we do come back down, could we take a... excuse me guys, I was up early this morning. Been for me 10-mile run, and then me cold water plunge, 1,000 press ups, 1,000 sit ups, a very healthy breakfast, salmon, avocado and caviar. Then I jumped in my Lamborghini, drove round to Morrison's, sorry not Morrison's, Marks and Spencer's, drove round to Marks and Spencer's, grabbed a few little bits and come back. Yeah. Trader's life, eh? Crazy. Trader's life, crazy. It's rare that the hour actually closes respecting. It looks like it either breaks above or closes bearish. Now this hour is not actually closed above this minor level. What is this minor level? Okay, what's this here? Let me just mark this up. So we close respecting, we come straight back down. So close respecting straight through. It's not really a level as such, straight through. Yeah, not very. I don't really like that level. Again, I mean it's here, but this is all data. All data. Then you're just coming straight through the area. So I wouldn't really take this as a level as such. I do like this though. Let's have a look. If we drive up, do we reject from 2335? So guys, if you're new to the stream, you'll notice that I talk to myself. Right, I do talk to myself. I think out loud. So when I'm just talking, this is just me thinking. Okay, it's sort of how I trade. I do it if I'm not on stream as well. I just talk to myself. I'm just like okay, so price comes up here. Why is it coming there? So if I am mumbling, I do apologise. So the daily's bullish. However, it's tapped its previous support. This is the only thing we're looking at. This is probably the only thing we've got to go off. It's not much at all. Could we get the same? We've tapped previous support. Could we flip and push all the way and then pull back and close? Do that. Like that. Are we going to end up like that? That's the question. And if that's the case, could we buy up? What's the 4 done? The 4's bearish. We're breaking the highs now on the 4. I would prefer forward close. But there's still an hour and a half left of the 4. The 3 is bearish. Didn't break any lows. The 2 is bullish. But we haven't closed. Still an hour and a half left of this 2. The 1... stops like. I know the take price move to break even's fairly decent, but 32 pips, which is nice. It's just whether we're gonna go. So if we can get the hour close above, right, and then we can get a pullback, we'll buy up from here. We'll take this range. So we've probably got this to play with today. That's probably all I'm after really. I don't know whether I can take sells because previous data, it's only happened once where we've closed around this area and the next candle's closed bullish. I'm not sure I can take sells. So I don't know whether I'll be interested in sells. I might be interested in a wing back buy from 2326, but we've already tapped that zone. It's whether you tap it a few times before coming up. So for example, let's say we get an hour close above, and then we can maybe get a pullback off this hour, tap, and then close respecting, get something like that. So you're still in that range, but you've had a liquidity grab, breaking the lows. Something like that would be fantastic, so we could potentially look at that, but I'd need that break above first. So that would work nicely. So similar to this, so you had a break above, and then you've come back, tapped. I don't know whether though. Don't think I can take wing back sellers. 26 minutes left. You might not pull that far back though, so you had an hour close, you pull back, we tap previous support, and then we could get buy stops on, which would be, I mean, that'd be 16 pips to risk free. Stops would have to be really. Or if this hour doesn't break out, could we still get this wing back buy on? Let's have a look actually. Close respect and back down, we probably could. So for this hour, either way we could probably get these wing back buys on. Doesn't quite tap it there, but it does here. Break above. Why has that done that? Do we need to break the lows again before coming up? Yeah. I think we need to see how this hour's going to close. We'll see how this hour's going to close. If we close respecting, and we can see price struggling to break these highs, and we just see close respecting, then it may be a doji, then we can potentially put this on as a wing back sell, because you'll probably get one candle come up. You'll do that at least, even if you want to drive up, but you're more than likely going to tap, pull back. You might have to pull back to this area, and what I would really like to see is that breakout on the hour, and then we get a nice pullback so we can get buy stops on, but that pullback hits our wing back buy and then pulls back to come up to fill this range. That would be perfect for us today. So that's probably what I've got going on really. Now remember, it's bank holiday, so we might not even break out, and we might not have any volume. We could just do this all day, so we could just stay in this range all day, right? Now once we identify that we're staying in that range, then it's still a tradable range, because we'll just obviously sell down from the top of the zone coming back down. Okay. Ooh. That. Oh, nice stretch in the morning. My yoga I've done yoga as well. That didn't really help. So that's the top down, guys. I'm not really interested in sells. I'm only after buys. Buys above 2332 for me. Ideally the 4 would be better if we got a 4 close above that. Yeah, but you could potentially take the 1 hour above this as well, because that should initiate the 4 hour closing above there. So that's what I've got going on really. That's the only thing I've got going on for today. Alright, happy with the top down? Everyone understand what we're doing? Lovely job. Let's get the tunes on. Let's chew the fat, as they say. Close the door because it's freezing. Let me just go and close the back door. I need to make some videos today, some edits. Loads of edits today. I just want to anybody's good at making videos, drop me a DM or private message. And editing videos and things like that. How's everyone getting on with their accounts? Are you on live accounts? Are you on funded accounts? What are you on? Even if you're watching the recording, drop what you're on, because it'd be good for me to see sort of what you guys are on, because I can tailor the education around that, or my training around that if you prefer. What's going on there now? The sun was out this morning. Beautiful. If you want a cup that keeps your tea warm forever, I look like a right lumberjack, don't I? With my shirt on, with my Stanley cup. I look like I've just been cutting trees down. I'll tell you what, keeps your brew hot forever. I had before Stanley, well, Stanley was been around for years and years and years. I've got a big flask, what I've had for years and years. It's like my fishing flask. But I remember taking a paddling, kayaking. Well, it wasn't kayaking, it was canoeing. It was on the front of my canoe. And going down some rivers and water was going over it and everything. And the tea, at the end of the day, it'd been in there all day. And at the end of the day, when we're getting changed, that tea was still red hot where you had to blow to drink it. The flasks are unbelievable. I'm not an affiliate with Stanley or anything like that, guys, so don't worry. But the flasks are fantastic. So bank holiday tomorrow for the Americans. Do we see what it is? So, Juneteenth. Juneteenth. Observance of Juneteenth. What's that? What's fun? Nice. Good morning, Ma. How are you doing? I know you haven't been on for a while. I was wondering where you went. Did you get lost or something? Or were you stream hopping? Hey, we're all guilty of stream hopping. I was like that when I was learning. That's what you'll do. You'll stream hop until you find the person who relates to you. And then you'll stay with them. And then what will happen is you'll stay with them watching them for a while, and then you'll start like questioning what they're doing. But that's a good sign. And then you'll cut out everything. It'll just be you, because you'll get distracted. That's the journey. But stream hopping is obviously good, because you need to see who relates to you. Because I might not relate to you. You might find someone who relates better to you. It's not like an insult or anything like that. I won't sue. The way I teach, will not suit everyone. You know, I'm British for one. A lot of people like the Americans. Yeah. And I'm proper British. I'm from the north. From the north. Yeah. Like Jon Snow. But yeah, you've got to find a relates to you. However, yeah, good to see you again. I was wondering why you haven't been on the charts for a while. Oil, I don't really trade oil. Let me know what you see. I'm looking to sell soon. Catch a small ride back down. Mate, there's no point me looking at oil. The reason being, right, the thing with the way I trade, I do feel it is the most organic way you can trade. It's in the chart, and you can jump on any chart really and sort of work it out. However, does oil respect zones? Does it break out like gold does? Do you know what I mean? So when you're trading these pairs, I don't believe flicking through loads of pairs. There's no point. You're just going to get distracted and yeah, it's going to blow off. Pick a couple of pairs. I only trade gold. I am testing another pair, but I won't bring it to the stream until it's fully tested. So I've been trading that for the last 6 months, say, because I am looking to bring another pair to the stream. Because when there's days like yesterday where there's now going on, we can always look at another pair. But you've got to create that relationship with the pairs, in my opinion. So there's really no point me looking at oil, mate. Been juicy buy for the last couple of days, has it? Have you been riding the wave up? Did you catch the buys then? It's what happens, guys, honestly, is you try everything. You try different pairs. You always think there's an easier way. That's the thing with trading. You always think there is an easier way. So you always jump on the next thing where you're like, oh, this is like the holy, like this works every time type of thing. And yeah, it is to a certain point where you get to the point where you realise that you've just got to knuckle down. The only things that I do trade, I only take my own trades, right? Or off the Dean indicator, and I hated indicators. I will swear, I fucking despise indicators, right? Because I use loads, I bought indicators in the past, I've used loads, and a lot of them are just, they're just trying to get a sale of the indicator type of thing. But the only indicator I use now is our own, which I would say that, wouldn't I? But I do. That's the only. So I only take my own trades, and the only other trades I take is from the Dean indicator. That's it. But obviously it's alright me saying that because obviously, you know, it's our indicator. But that is all I do with my trading, really. I don't, you know what it is? I lost trust with everyone. I lost trust with the industry, with different mentors, signals I've had. I paid loads of money for signals, bought loads of indicators, used EAs, used AI softwares, and you just eventually might make a bit of money in there, but eventually it's not long term. You just end up coming out with less. Especially AI softwares. I've been in companies, especially MLM companies who promote these AI softwares. They're good at the start, you can make profit, but to people who get on at the end before it goes, before it blows, you think about it. Think about this. If you had an AI software what was 100% profitable over, well it is, it's just 100% profitable every month. Every month it's profitable, right? Forever. You would not sell it, would you? What would you do? You'd keep it under lock and key for yourself, and you'd be living off that, wouldn't you? That's what you've got to think about with the market. Think about it logically. You'd keep it under lock and key. That's my opinion on AI software. That's what I've learned. You think a small pullback at the very least. What's happened to me is I used to be able to read gold to the T, but now not so much. I don't know what's changed, to be honest. It won't be you, mate. Way higher average daily range. So I keep getting caught on the wrong side, so I just switch back to Forex. Different strokes for different folks, yes mate. It won't be you, it's just what you got to think about with Forex is you've got to create that relationship with a pair. So we've been watching the daily. How many times have I done the top-down analysis? We know the monthly is bullish and it hasn't created structure yet. Yeah, but we know it needs to come down to a certain area. And it might not come down this month. We might be saying exactly the same thing next month. But we know what's going on. We create that relationship with it. But what you get is, it's like the labyrinth of the internet Forex. The charts are always changing. When I say that it's a labyrinth, it's always changing. It is changing. However, it's changing to things it's done in the past. Right? So changing things what's done in the past. But there's so many moving parts, so many things can change with it. So there's like a big list of the way gold can move. Huge, massive list. And it just picks one of them. Okay, we'll do this one now, we'll do this one now. So you've just got to, over time, you realise that ranges are bigger now. And they were bigger a year ago. Yeah, and then it'll go back to, okay, the ranges are small now. Okay, prices close and respect in areas, and then it's still flying through the next one. You'll go through that phase. You'll go through a phase of where it's just so easy, where you get the clear breakout, you've had the pullback, sell stops underneath, and they'll just work one after another, just so easy. So it's always changing, always changing. And this is why you say you can't look at your profitability weekly or daily. You've got to look at like yearly. Are you profitable over the full 12-month period? And then you'll know, because you might have some down months, you might have minus months, and that's absolutely fine. It's normal. And like you said about indicators, I do use very generic ones like pivots and key levels and so on. Found them for respect. Yeah, so indicators, the only indicators I use is it's what I called the sort of the age you trade. You can, everything you can do it yourself, but it just speeds up for you. So for example, if I'm looking for zones, I can just flick the Meraki indicator on and it'll just point out the zones for me. It also puts the Asian box on for me. And that's all I use on that one. This currency strength I like visually and also helps with strength, but you don't really need it. And then the only other thing I use is the Dean indicator, which I'm not really meant to show you, but I take trades from this Dean. Right, I take trades from this Dean indicator, so a signal will pop up when to buy or when to sell. That's the only indicator what I use to take trades from, as in it does all the work for you. Okay, and this took years to build, and it was built by probably the most intelligent person I've ever met, and that was Vicky Dean. That's why it's called the Dean. But yeah, it's what you want to get from indicators. I used to use, when I used to do OB, I used to use RSI, the ADR, obviously OB's rejection blocks, and it was indicate. Have I still got it on here? But again, if you want to trade OB strat, yeah, look at this here. So this is an OB indicator I used to use, right? And now I've switched a lot of things off. So it just identifies. So here's an OB here on a 1 hour. Look where price is just tapped and rejected. Yeah, OB rejection blocks. It's got fair value gaps there. It's got the ADRs on. Fantastic indicator if you trade OB. That OB's a strategy where our first become profitable. Was the OB. So you got a nice OB here with a rejection block. So his price going to come back down, tap, and then reject. If that's the case, that would make sense with our wing-back buys, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's got all sorts on this. It's a really good indicator, then we've got trend and structure. All these indicators you get when you're a member with Relentless. Okay. Then you've got trend and structure, which is your trend lines and your zones. It's also got the daily sessions as well, so if you want London shown, New York shown, Asia, all that good stuff Obviously they're turned off now, but you can see it just pops up the trend lines. So, and there's zones, the hourly zones or whatever time frame you're on. What else we got? Market sessions, that's all the sessions. Obviously the Dean stuff, which I'm not really allowed to show, because you have to sign an NDA to have the Dean, you see. And then the Meraki one was created just for Meraki traders. The other one I use is position lot size calculator. This is fantastic. So position lot size calculator. Yeah, you can buy this from our. You don't have to be a member or nothing. You can buy it from our website. It's 27 quid. You've got off a life, or something like that. And all you do is instead of opening up another browser, so let's say you're on your phone, having to open up another browser to work out your lot sizes, because you can work out your lot size for free on MyFXBook, right? But it's another browser. You got to open it up, put in the information, and then you got to flick back to your trading view, put your box on, then flick to your empty folds. It's just what we found was there's too much going on. So to have a lot size calculator on trading view, it's a lot easier. You just double click on it, and then a box will pop up. And it's self-explanatory. All this will all be preset. So you've got your balance in, you've got your USD, I don't know, 200k or whatever your balance is at the time. You put your risk in, so that'll stay like that. And then the only thing you need to change is put your entry price and your stops in. Click OK, and it'll give you a lot size there. So you're using 11.52 lot, risking 2% of that trade. So that's the lot you use. So we just found that being on TradingView, which is a lot more slick for people. Again, you can get that without being a member. One-off fee, 27 quid. You've got it for life. But that's a great tool, and that's the only indicators I use really. That is it. That's all I do. All nice and organic. I would prefer this forward, guys. That'll be the safest option, the forward above there. Because I think 100% of the time the 4 then just drives. Something like this would be perfect. So you've got a forward close above, then you get a pullback. So you only need to tap previous support, and then you can have buy stops above. And then you draw. See how this 4 here didn't close above. And then the 4 came back, so yeah, you've got to wait for that pullback. That's the safest stop. I sort of don't want to break out on this 1 hour because we could get a fake out, but we will see. There's still 4 minutes left of this. Guys, I appreciate the likes, much appreciated. That's great. It's more of a percentage base, like so if you've got, I don't know, 10 people on the stream, and you've got 10 likes, then you've got 100% likes, which is fantastic. And we haven't had many on the stream this morning, so much appreciated. There's a lot of people streaming now on YouTube, which I noticed the other day. A lot of people, especially London session. There wasn't many doing London session really. There won't be any New York session today, obviously because of the news. Is Jordan watching? Are you on, Jordan? Trade IDs are smashing it, guys. Let me show you these results. I don't know if it'll let me show you. How would I do that? How would I show? Oh, there. Oh, so this is our results section on our Discord. So look, these absolutely smashing it. So you get trade IDs free with a membership. And there used to be an extra cost, that's why I say they're free now. Look at that, blues, 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 blues. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, there's Mario there. Got 10 pips, baby. So if you're not in the Discord, guys, get yourself in. There's a free membership you can take advantage of also. Oh shit. Oh, that's why I don't like touching stuff. Because I mess it up. Technology wise, I just mess it up. You have gold going to 2,350. Yeah, so do we, mate. So do we. Well, 52 I've got there, but then thereabouts, yeah. The only thing I've got to go off is that daily here. So if you look at this daily, this is the only similar area. Close respecting, pull back, and then straight up to 2,352. So yeah, that's what we've got. But I just want to break above first. We're going to try and get some wing back buys on as well at 2,326. If we pull back nicely. It's unclear actually. Yeah, so yeah, I know what you mean. Once you hit that area, well, if you again look at the daily, it's the only thing we've got to go off. You reject and then you come back down, but look, when you come back down you don't actually drive, you just break the low and then you mess about again. So it's a case of we need to get past this level here. We need to come up, tap, and then get past this level, and then closures below here. I could see a really good drive down here. That'd be fantastic for us. Okay, new hours closed, guys. It didn't break out for me. It's closed respecting this level, so I can't touch it yet. Oh, do you know what? Oh shit! Let the pump up. See, you might come up and tap this area now. If you come up like this with no bottom wick, we could potentially get. Let me have a look at this 4 though. We really don't want it to fill the range yet though. I don't know if I can take a sell down. You might come and tap 2,336, guys, right, and then reject, but I can't take it because the hour's not. But we still might come and tap it. You might. I can't take sells either, but it is a good area for a wing back sell. You could potentially take it aggressively, as in, when I say aggressively, it means like it's off a 5 or a 15 and then you stops to risk free fast. As soon as the 5 pulls away, but yeah, I really don't want it to come up there though. Can this 4 just mess about around here for us? This would be a lovely close on a 4. If the 4 can close like this and we get a bottom wick, break the low, fantastic. Buy stops on to come up. But we might come up to tap these levels on the 4 and then reject. I don't want to, guys, but that's what might happen. I don't know whether we're going to come back down for that wing back. Because if we get the 4 close above, I mean, this one didn't close above, I suppose. Four close, but didn't pull back that much. 4 didn't close above. Did come back to the wing back, but that's after bearish 4 close. So we don't really want that. 4 close, and then he drove through. Why did this happen here? Let me have a look at the 15 here, guys. What's the 30 doing? The 30 did break above that. Yeah, look, you've got some spots here. So the 30 taps. We could actually drive straight through here and completely miss it. So if we get a 15 close above here, what happens to price? 15 close above, next one drives up, wouldn't be able to do anything. 15 close above, pull back. If we get a 15 close above and then a pull back, we could potentially get buy stops on the other side for the flip. But if you look at these 15s tend to pop up. Can't really take that wing back sell though, which it looks really nice, but so 15 close above, pull back, we could have a buy stop above, come up, drive through. 15 close above, pull back, buy stop above. 15 didn't get the pull back, came up. That's the only way we can get in really, guys. We need a pull back. Yeah, we could actually do that. Let's bring this 15s a bit closer to there. Okay. 15 pull back. 15 pull back, gone. Nice. 15, look, this is why we need the pullback. We need to rule out the fake out. Let's see what that is though. I like the look of that one. That's the same one. $15 no top wick, 15 no top wick again, but pull back came up nicely. Pull back, nice. Okay, so if we can get a 15 close and then we get a pull back, we potentially get buy stops on the other side. Okay. The only issue we've got, stops are pretty big. Because I'd need to cover these areas here. That's 130, what's that? Maybe 200 pips. Our get out would be as if the 15 closes back in. 15 close back in, does that mean it's going to drive down? $15 close back in there. So, well, you wouldn't have been activated, okay. If we do drive down, could we take this as a second entry? This could easily drive up and tap this area. If it taps that area, I can't really get in. But so this is the plan, guys. If the 15 can close like this, and then the new 15 pulls back, taps previous support. It would be better if it can create this bottom wick for this 15, but taps previous support. We can then get a buy stop on the high of the 15 for the flip to come up to fill the rest range 2, 3, 3, 6. Okay. We're sort of betting on that the 4 is going to break above there. That's it. But this needs to stop driving. If this comes up now, we've lost our advantage point really. We're going to have to wait for the 4 to close. Look at it. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. The 15 can easily come up as well. I'm really interested in the win back sell, but because you've got no bottom wick, you're going to have to come and tap this support 2, 3, 3, 2, but I know the 4s can actually push all the way up. If all the 15s reject, then we could potentially take it. They do as well. They do as well. Every 15 rejects at that level. We need to see the ones that come down. See, that's sucking me in even more now. Every 15 comes up and rejects from that level. This one didn't tap. This one didn't, but still came back to break even. So if this 15 keeps pushing like this, I potentially could be getting in at first sell at 2, 3, 3, 6. It is a riskier trade, but it'd be like we'd be aggressive with stops. Every 15 looks like it rejects and does pull back. Doesn't pull back much. You're still going to get 10 pips from there. Because we haven't been up here yet. Interesting. Look, everyone. And if the 15 closes above, we'd be going risk free off of 5 anyway. Okay. Got a few options here, guys. You're gonna have to just pay attention because the way this 15's pushing, got no bottom wick. I am keen. It is a riskier trade, mind, because you are counter trend here. You are counter trend, but the issue we've got is this didn't break any lows, so I can't see us massively driving. So you're probably going to have to pull back to here anyway. Got no bottom wick on the 30. You close respecting on the 30. The 1 hour, how long's left of the 30? 20 minutes left, still enough time. The 1 hour again, no bottom wick, and you close respecting on the 1. But I know the 4 can actually drive up. Because if you look at the 4, this 4 from this level, we need to look where this 4 can actually push to from here. So this 4 only pushed it there. Did actually come up to the second 2, 3, 40. But look at this 4 all the way up. Does come back, but whether you want to be willing to be stuck in there. But the 15 does look nice. Yeah, a lot of them reject though first, and we haven't been up there. Okay guys, so I probably will be looking at this. So you've got to stand by it because we could potentially get a... You've got 2 minutes left for a 15. I would really want this 15 to tap it though. I don't think I can take it unless this 15 taps it. However, because if the 15 closes like this and we get a pullback, we can have a buy stop on, fill the rest of the range. We could, let's see, even what's that? It's got to be at least 10, 13. So stops, we could just put below the low here. Because if you break below that, you're probably going to be pushing further anyway. Stand by though, guys. I would have really liked if that 15 could do it. Now, if this 15 opens up, no bottom wick, and pushes up first, then potentially yes, we can get in. But it's got to have no bottom wick. But I really want this 15 to do it, to be fair. It could easily just come back. This is why we need the pullback. We need to rule out these fake outs back in. I mean, it still plays out like, but here's another area here, 2, 3, 3, 5, where you can just reject from. Is my volume okay, guys? You can hear me fine. Cause I know I sort of look away from the mic when I talk. I was thinking, could we take a wing back buy from 2, 3, 3, 1? Because if the 15 does close back into that area, it's likely gonna. 20 seconds. I really wanted this one to tap it. Okay. 30 still. Okay, there's the 15 close, guys. See what this 15 does. Okay. 4. Is the 4 going to reject from here? Are you going to push through? That's the question. Are we going to reject from here? .44 minutes left of the 4. So let's get this right. Even if the 4 closes above, we're probably only going to close something like that maybe. That's worst case. You're still going to have to come back, aren't you? To flip. But we don't know if the 4 is going to close that high up. Oh, the 15's got a bottom wick now. Okay, guys. The issue we've got now is we haven't got much range, 10 pips. And you've got a bottom wick, so I probably won't take these wing backs out. They could still play out, but I think we might have to wait for the 4 now, guys, and wait for a bottom wick, and then we could buy up. But at least if we do that, it means the stops would only need to be below the 4. Because if we are going to drive up, you shouldn't be breaking the low of the 4. We've grabbed liquidity, we broke the low, so there should be enough liquidity to push past these levels. But there's 43 minutes, we really don't want this driving. That is the thing. If the 15, the 30 is next to close actually. If the 30 can pull back and leave us a wick fill, we could potentially take the 30, and that's 30 minutes before the 4-hour close. Because you're likely going to get a wick fill on the new 30, which would be the 4-hour, make this last little push. What a shame. Now I can really do with that. If anything, pull back. 2, 3, 3, 2, but yeah, we're probably gonna have to wait for the 4, guys. Now, I mean, the 4 would be lovely if it does. Chill out. Because the hour is technically still respecting, and you've got no bottom wick, so how can the 4 close like this, then the new hour pulls back, create a bottom wick for this, we'll have buy stops on looking to come and fill the rest of the range for the flip of the hour. That's what we're after. So there's no point even taking wing back buys here, because you're probably not going to drive if the 4 is going to pull back. So we ideally want a forward close above that. We need a forward close above that. We need a bottom wick tapping previous support 2332.58, and then we'll have buy stops on, and it'll be a longer time frame trade. We'll be coming up, take past and move to break even 2340, but the TP2 will just be 2352 off the daily, and that'll be our trade up. So the 4 would look something like back, and then it'll start making. It might not get up in the first 4, because if you look at this one here, you get up to 2342. We should hit our take past and move to break even, but then the new 4 comes back. So that might stop us out. Then the new 4 pulls back, and then that's the one what comes back up. Okay, you could get up there, because if we're copying what we did previously, look at that, 1 forward candle all the way up. Tell you what, we'll put our TP on that. That would be our TP. But that's what we're after, guys. Just be patient. Don't be patient. We've got another 30. We've got another 40 minutes really. I'm just hoping this 4 doesn't drive. That's what we're hoping for. Okay. So we're just waiting. I'm just gonna nip to the toilet. What's good is stops would be nice as well, because stops. Looking at this data, you shouldn't be breaking the previous 4. So you could actually probably bring stops to the low of that. Now, if you want to be safe, what's the data like actually? If you do want to be safe, you probably, it's either you cover that or you cover this. So you need to decide stops. I'd probably be happy to go with 232, which would be about 90 pips. Yeah, that's probably all. I'm just going to hit the toilet, guys. 2 seconds. The sun is out. The sun is out, guys. See, we're pulling back nicely now. So as long as we get that forward close, this would be a lovely close when we get the 4, but we need a bottom weight. We don't need much of a bottom wick, guys. It doesn't have to be massive. Just tap previous support first. That'll be sufficient. these tunes are just winding. We're waiting, guys. We're waiting. We need that 4 close. If we don't get that 4 close, it means you might get a bearish close like this. Another 4 hours gone. However, this wing back buy would look more, I say, better, but I don't like how price can just bomb through this area. I don't know whether I would take it in the end. Mm. 23 minutes, guys. Go and get yourself a cup of tea if you need a cup of tea. What the hell? Good morning if you're new to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We trade most weekdays from 8 AM London session. We've started doing New York 3 times a week at least. They're normally on a Wednesday, Thursday and potentially Fridays. So keep an eye out on that. If you want to know when we're on, jump to our Discord, and in the announcements you'll see the schedule, what comes out. The New York session though, it's more of a I wouldn't say educational, because they use the Dean indicator, which they can't give too much info away, but they'll be taking trades from the Dean, so you'll get to see how that works as well, so it's always useful to jump on. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, it'd be much appreciated. We're a new channel. We don't have many followers, as in we don't have many subscribers. However, this is the difference with Relentless. What you'll find is it's not about getting thousands of followers. What we want is followers who are there for the right reason. So you're following and you're there because you're learning, you like the streams, you relate to us. You don't want to get the wrong people. It's not about, we're not here to monetize YouTube, anything like that. We want the right people in, and this is what is the massive difference with Relentless than other companies. We don't just allow anyone to sort of join us at Relentless. Yeah, you've got to be the right pet. You've got to be there for the right reason. Okay, you've got to be the right kind. We're not an MLM, so it's not like you get commission when you get people on anything like that. You've got to be the right character to come into it, really, and I think that's how it should be in trading, really, especially with the community. Just waiting, guys. That's what trading is. If we don't get that forward break above, we'll probably call it a stream, because you're going to have to wait for another 4 hours. However, if the forward does close respecting, then could this wing back sell become you don't quite tap it though. Closes, you don't tap it after. It's only happened a few times where you close respecting 1, 2, and then 3. It's only happened 3 times. Every time you close respecting this level, you then close bearish with the next one. So you could potentially get this win back sell on, but you don't tend to tap it once you close respecting. You tend to just close bearish. I'm just thinking, if you got a close below there, then could you just sell down? I don't like sells down because they're daily. If we're copying previous data, that daily, where's my chance? If we're thinking we're going to get this, It's the only thing we've got. This is the only place where price here and here have closed respecting. So we don't know what this daily is going to do. It's either going to stay respecting this level, or you're going to push up and tap 2352, close bullish and then bearish to come back down, which would make sense. That's why I'm saying if you come down, our stops should be fairly safe. If you push past that, you're going to be pushing further down. You could be hitting all this areas. Definitely down to these targets. You're going to be hitting this anyway. So it just makes sense. I mean, you could come below that. What's that? That's 150. You could put stops below this. Come on the 4. All on the 4, guys. 18 minutes left to go. $70 pips would be nice, wouldn't it? How crap were England the other day? Absolutely terrible. First half, we dominated. However, I think we had one shot on target and that's the goal. We dominated the possession. It was like we were going forward and then they were told to stop and come back. It's like they didn't want to commit. It was weird. And then second half, it was just embarrassing. A typical Gareth Southgate. We're up 1-0. Oh, let's hold and just defend the 1-0 lead. It was just embarrassing. Say hello, everyone. What's up? She's scared of being on camera and that.
Thought we were pretty fucking wank, to be honest.
It's crazy how AI can. Isn't it scary?
In no small part to Phil Foden for doing his best Madeleine McCann impression for 90 minutes. I thought Trent was quite poor in midfield, so I've hired a pregnant woman to come into camp to fire him up a bit. I think we really missed Jordan Henderson's presence out there tonight.
Have you seen the AI software where you can literally? So they've got videos of Gareth Southgate talking, obviously what someone's typed in, and it proper sounds like him. His lips are moving exactly the same. It looks like he is saying them words, and it's not. Like, it's really scary AI software, what it can do. Criminals would be over the moon. Wasn't me on camera. AI software could have done it. Do you know what I mean? Come on, the 4. I'm going to be bringing this down. So I should do some DIY in here on stream, shouldn't I? Put shelves up on stream while we wait. Because it is quite boring, isn't it? I mean, I know what I used to do when I used to watch people on YouTube. I used to like just get on with my day. So if I was out in the van or something, I'd have it on my phone. I'd just have it there. Or I'd just have an iPad on and I'd just be cutting around the house and stuff like that. And as soon as you heard the words, right guys, I am getting sells on this, or I'm getting buys on this, then I'd perk up and obviously get to the charts and get the trade on. But you do want to get the point where, yeah, obviously we're seeing the same faces on the stream, which is really good, really good. Like, I appreciate you jumping on, guys. And when you see the same faces, it shows you're doing something right. And obviously I'm relating to you, which is a good thing. But you will get the point where, and I sort of want to get you to the point where you question what I'm doing. I don't take it as an insult, trust me. Yeah, you question what I'm doing, or I'm getting in trades and you're like, I don't really like that because this and this. That's when you know you're sort of, you're on that point and you're going to tip over. And what you do is you start then doing it yourself, because you start questioning, doubting the mentor, yeah, and you start doing it yourself, and that's a good sign. It's good for me as the mentor that you have that attitude. I don't take it as an insult because it shows I've sort of helped you. Because that's what I've done. I used to watch people on YouTube. I don't do it anymore now, because it just distracts me now. I don't watch any or get influenced by anyone else now, apart from just my own stuff, my trades, and obviously the Dean what I use as well. Our shop's opening up soon, guys. Wait to see some of the merchandise we've got coming up. Wow. We've never really... We did have a little like... we used to do t-shirts, and we used to send out a merch pack to members where they'd get like a cap, a cup, sticker for like a laptop, a t-shirt and a hoodie. But it was just like... it was decent stuff, but just generic logo, left breath logo on the back. But now some of the designs what we're rocking up, it's going to be good for the trading industry. Some of the t-shirts are funny, but they look slick as well. They're going to be rare, so not many of them are going to be available. So you won't see them out everywhere, and that's what you want, because you know, people, you want to be an individual, don't you? So by all means, the shop will be up and running soon. Get yourself some clobber if you're a member or not a member. Some of the stuff, some of the t-shirts and that are really nice. There'll be, I think we're going to do some mouse mats. I think you have to do mouse mats because, you know, I'm on the computer all the time, aren't I? I wanted a foot massage as well, because we're on the computer all the time. You know, something you can shove your feet in, just massages your feet. Ooh, did that? A relentless branded foot massager. That'd be fantastic. I'm only joking when I do the foot massage. I've actually got one of them foot massages. I bought it for Emma. It's nice, like. It heats your feet up and massages them at the same time. This is what I'm saying. We might not go anywhere, guys, because bank holiday. If the 4 were closed respecting, I can probably see something like this. I don't think we'll drive straight back down. I think we'll close something like this. Like these here. And we won't move much. That's what I can see happening if we don't close above. And if that's the case, there's no point staying on for another 4 hours. I won't be catching any sellers down. You can see you could probably trade that, but I won't be touching that, unfortunately. So it's all on this 4 really, guys, whether we call it a stream. And it's quite frustrating, but this is the tests you get. It's quite frustrating because, and it's frustrating as a trader because you've got no money coming in. However, you soon learn that you don't need many trades to make a decent income with trading at all. You don't need many at all. 1 trade a week, if that. Sometimes for me with my accounts. But the Forex is testing you. It's testing you. If it's not there and you're still trading, you get caught out. That's the test. So you just gotta wait. It is more frustrating on stream because I know what stream's like. Some people just jump on just because they want to grab a trade and then jump off. So if that trade is not grabbing trades every day, they'll just jump to another stream, and that's absolutely fine. But obviously you can't get influenced by that. You've just got to act upon what you see. And if the markets are not right, unfortunately. If you've watched the streams from the start, you'll understand that. You know, we normally get a trade every day. Sometimes we take 2, which is rare, as in on stream. Come on, the 4, 7 minutes left. See that wing back? See what I mean? I mean, if you did tap, it would have been nice because it looks like it didn't drive. The 1 hour still got no top wick. You see the importance of what you might have said is, okay, I want a 1 hour close above this or above this. You got the 1 hour. Yeah, got the 1 hour close above, but you didn't get a pullback, so you wouldn't have been able to get it. But the zone is much better off the 4. What I would want now, if the 4 does close above, I would want to pull back with the new hour, create a bottom wick for that 1 hour, then we'll have buy stops above. And if this does flip, you're probably going to get a wick fill and push and break the highs. So, come on, the 4. 4 minutes left. Okay guys, let's get this set up. This is looking nice. I don't know what this music is, it's like we're stuck in the 60s. Okay, so what I want is I want to pull back to here. Pull back needed, and then we'll get yeah, I need that pullback, and then we'll get might have to bring the take back so to break even down a bit. Let's get this set up ready. Oh, come on, 1 minute. Just drop back down. Come on, get above there. It's not happening, I don't think, guys. Oh, 11 seconds. Oh, look at this here. 5 seconds. It's not happening, guys. Let's have a look at the 4. Let's pause this now, because so we've had a forward close. It's closed respecting this level. The times where we close respecting this level, we just come back down. It's not to say it's going to drive up. It might still drive up, but I can't really take that. Literally the last 5 seconds, just I can't take sells. I can't take wing back sell. It's not for me, this, guys, unfortunately. Yeah, you've got no bottom wick on that. 15 close above. I'm taking wing back sell, but the 4's bullish technically. But the 4 doesn't tend to. The 4 only pushes to 2, 3, 3, 5. It's only twice where you've closed respect in here, and you don't push up much. Oh, there's another one here actually. Close respect in, and you only push to 2, 3, 3, 4. You don't then drive through. What is this then? I don't even think it's going to get up there. Yeah, not for me, guys. Not for me. I would need a forward close above that, really. Or, the only other thing I'd look at now is I'd need the 4 to have a bottom wick. Steep bottom wick down to 2329. And then I would take a 1 hour close back above. That's potentially what I would do. As long as you don't have a top wick. What a shame. Gun, but it's what it is. It's not my enforcing it, guys, because this is what training. It's trying to force you in it. Do you trade the same? Decent closures, 5 pips above, below zone, some zones, bigger closures. No, but what I on about the. It needs to be a clear break, really, Nella. So I can't see a clear break there. So sometimes you average the area, right? So we've got closure here. It's definitely a zone here on the 4. You got another one here. You got another one here. So even if you went off that, you're still respecting. It's got to be a clear break above, and for me, that's not a clear break above. So I'm not, because what you might get is if you get a buy stop on this now. Right, previous data shows you that you don't drive up. As far as you come is 2, 3, 3, 4 is there. Sometimes you stop around here as well. I think there's an area where you stop here. So look at this 4. This 4 only came to there and then flip back to the downside. So it means you would get activated for buys and then it would drag you down. And I'm not saying you're going to close like this and then come back up, because look at this 4. Straight down, might be news. You can actually drive back down. So these 4s, yes, I know they're way off from the zone, but this 4 actually comes all the way right back down. So I don't want to be getting caught in that really on. And buys up are difficult now. Like wing back buy, you've got a potential wing back buy at 2, 3, 2, 6. But if the 4 closes down there, yes, it might play out. But if it does, you can also drive straight through. Look at the next 4. Doesn't pull back. You're not getting out. This 4 drive through. This 4 did pull back, so you could potentially play out on that one. This 4 doesn't pull back much and then drives down. So it's a clean traffic zone down. So very dangerous taking sells below. Buys here, because you're breaking the lows. You might just drive. The best thing to do today, unfortunately, is just call it a day, because New York is not going to move much. I can probably see us getting a forward close like this, and that means we're not going to do anything. So I might be wrong, but it hasn't lined up to what I want to see, so which is a shame, because I know we didn't get a trade yesterday and I wasn't on Monday, so it's not ideal, but I can't force a trade really. Any questions, guys? Any questions whatsoever? I'm going to call it a stream, unfortunately. No, I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully, what do we want to see from the daily? Well, ideally I want the daily to come back down, but I just don't know if we're going to get it. If we get a close like this on the daily later on, I don't know if we're going to get that, but if we do, and we've already tapped 2352, we can anticipate coming back down. I think the weeklies, think we need to get rid of this week. We need this weekly to come back down. Really, we need a bearish close on the weekly to create structure, and then to come back down. But yeah, we're not in a nice area at the minute. Can't grab anything at the moment, guys. All right, any questions whatsoever for me? If you haven't done so, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Much appreciated for jumping on the stream. I know we haven't had another trade, but we've stuck to our plan, so it's technically a win today, right? It's a win because we've stuck to our plan, right? And I'll see you all tomorrow then. All right, guys. Have a good day. Catch you later.